The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus to read 5 minutes, published the 19th of October 2021, updated the 12th of April 2022. The House on the Other Side is a horror movie from David Bruckner, the creator of the acclaimed horror film Ritual and the TV series A Kaleidoscope of Horror. It was filmed in 2019, but was not released to a wide audience until October 2021. The main idea of the Nighthouse filmmaker and screenwriter's voice as follows: to help each viewer understand what scares him more. The belief that ghosts really exist, or the realization that in fact they do not exist. In order to fully penetrate into the author's intentions, what you see should be perceived both as a psychological thriller and as a mystical horror. The creators of the movie cleverly mix occultism, ritual details with mysticism and paranormal phenomena, adding to it horrifying actions of people. David Bruckner has got a dramatic slow burner about a man trying to get over the grief that has come over him head. So today we're going to talk about the meaning of the movie, The House on the Other Side. We'll also go over a brief retelling of the plot. Well, if from the paranormal you are more into vampires and werewolves, we have a great selection. Plot summary. Architect Owen suddenly commits suicide, leaving his wife Beth a strange goodbye note. It states that she will definitely be safe now. Grieving the loss of a loved one, the woman tries to discover the truth about what drove him to such an act. She returns to the family home, built by Owen on the shore of the lake, dismantles the things of the deceased, reviewing the home. Video archive, indulging in memories and drowning out heartache with alcohol. In dreams, the widow begins to see their house from their former life, but inverted and mirrored. It is not idyllic, but sinister. Under the floorboards are hidden the corpses of women who look very much like her. One day Beth takes the boat in which her husband shot himself to the other side of the lake. There she sees their house, but it is unfinished and empty. Some circumstances seem very strange to her. Mel's neighbor, who likes to hunt in the protected forest, has never seen the structure. And one of the women in the photos found on her husband's laptop, Madeline, claims she and Owen met there. He nearly strangled her during a kiss. Beth wonders whether the man she lived with for 15 years was a model family man, a simple womanizer, or a serial killer. His affinity for art in the form of architectural designs begins to reveal itself from another angle. The point is that architecture simultaneously represents his loves and dark secrets. Al, caught in a kind of purgatory between denial and acceptance, the protagonist begins to feel the cold breath of the afterlife. She sees a ghostly something, which she at first takes for Owen's spirit. Beth even tries to hug him and talk to him. But the infernal entity explains that she is the nothing, or void, that the woman once saw. That's when her story about the car accident comes up. After the accident, Beth experienced clinical death. When she came back, she claimed that nothing had been there. It turns out that the nothing, or void, that represents death took offense at these words and came out into our world to finally take Beth to himself. A year ago, Owen realized that his wife was being haunted by an otherworldly force. He decided to protect her. He built a mirror replica of the house across the lake, likening it to the occult structure of the Cerdoi, the earthen labyrinth of the Welsh shepherds. But he failed to lure the demonic entity into this trap. Then the man planned to trick the paranormal creature and kill a woman who looked like Beth. The monster figured out his ruse and demanded that Owen kill his wife. He killed himself when he realized that an unknown force was about to bend him to its will. By giving his life, the husband was unable to keep Beth safe. The nothing, or void, is the personification of death, which continues to attack the victim and demands that he return the favor. In the final shots, a distraught and morally destroyed Beth is convinced that she has nothing to live for. The battle with the unknown evil is lost. She tries to commit suicide just like Owen did. She gets into a boat with a gun in her hands and sails to the middle of the lake to shoot herself. However, a desperate scream, running out on the dock front, takes the protagonist out of the trance. And finally she is brought back by the words that no one can see the outlines of the demon in the boat except her. The meaning of the movie. The story, invented by screenwriters Collins and Piotrowski, touches on universal human themes about death and the afterlife, tells about the difficulties of overcoming grief and loneliness. The point of the movie is that a woman finds the strength to live on, coming to terms with her loss, lets go of the situation destroying her psyche. And the authors also ask some tough questions. For example, is it possible to really know another person well? Where lie the true reasons for our psychological fear of the unknown and unknowable? In essence, The House on the Other Side is an artistic analysis of the tendencies of human gravitation towards dark things and ways to deal with depression, anxiety and self-destruction. This concludes our dissection of the meaning of the movie, The House on the Other Side. Do you still have questions or have suggestions? Be sure to write them in the comments. And that's all for now. Have a peaceful sky above your head and see you soon on the pages of new articles. Admin.